I want to go on to the next article, 5 mistakes buyers make in a hot housing market. This was an article I read this week that prompted me to bring it up because obviously we're still in a hot, we're still a hot real estate market. We're a seller's market. We've got light inventory, and there's a lot of mistakes that buyers make when the market's hot. One of those mistakes I've talked about on the show a couple times. I just released a video about it probably a month ago. I talk about how important it is for you to impress the seller with something different. Not just an offer letter, but even including a video of the buyer talking about why that home is important to them. When they're in a bidding war situation, the seller may take an offer that isn't the highest offer because they like you. So give them a chance. They're not going to meet you when you look at the home most of the time, so give them a chance to really like you. So let's talk about these mistakes. Acting out of desperation. I think that again, sometimes you can buy the wrong house. You can lose a negotiating edge. Anytime you're looking desperate and you're buying the most expensive thing you're going to buy, you're probably not making rational choices. So making sure to still stay rational. Don't let the frustration of missing out on home after home cause you to buy the wrong one.
Right, just because you miss out on maybe 1, 2, 3 doesn't mean you just have to jump on the next one, because like you said, it might not be the best house for you.
Yep. Hesitating, I think, is another big one. And not just hesitating when the right home comes along or when a great opportunity comes along, but hesitating to start the loan process.
Absolutely. That's another big one. I mean, you need to be ready, especially in a hot market, to put an offer on that house. If you haven't talked to a lender, if you have to get financing, and same deal, we talk about it a lot. By the time you get your financing in order and are able to make that offer, someone else might sneak in and get the house before you can even make an offer.
Andrew, I just got to comment on this one. I literally see this happening 3 and 4 times a week, where we have somebody who comes in, and again, you got to balance that first point with the second one. You don't want to be too rash, but if something does make sense and it all lines up, and you've done your homework up front, you know what you're looking for, if it's there, don't be too surprised if 48 hours later it's not there.
Yes.
Right, exactly.
Oh my goodness, because
exactly.
if it's there, if it makes sense to you, it probably makes sense to somebody else.
Right.
I mean, we deal with I can't tell you, it seems like every single day right now I'm getting a nasty gram from an agent or a buyer about a customer that lost out on a deal, lost out on a house because either they made a lowball offer. My own personal primary residence is a perfect example of that.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody made a lowball stupid offer, and I told them to pound sand because it was a stupid offer. And a day later, an awesome offer comes in. We negotiate with the awesome offer. We make it happen. We give the other people a chance to say, look, highest and best, come in with something. And they stalled, didn't respond. And the next day, they're like, okay, what will it take? It's like, it won't take anything to a contract. As soon as you lose. Ignoring the market entirely, another mistake. Listen to your agent, look at the studies, look at the stats, know what's going on. Misunderstanding your budget, that's a big one. And I think it also kind of goes in with the 5th mistake, which is overpaying. You got to stay within a budget. Stay within your budget. Don't overpay. Don't choose higher prices and think, oh, I'm going to go $50,000 higher because it's going to be easier to get a house. It's not. I mean, unless you're talking huge jumps, the market at 300 is about the same as it is at 350. It's competitive. Increasing your price isn't usually the right choice. To help you get a home. It may be the right choice if you're not finding what you need, because then you need more options. But if you're frustrated because you're missing out on houses, don't raise your price. That's not going to be the solution. That's just going to have you paying a bigger mortgage.
Right, I was going to say, I think that really plays into the affordability thing too. If you can afford that $50,000 price range, then yes, go for it if that's what it's going to take to get the house you need. But if your budget's tight and you're worried about a payment, that extra $50,000, you may not be able to afford it. Then you're looking at homes and you realize you can't afford it. And now if you have to go back, for instance, you might not like anything in the price range you can't afford.
We're going to be back after a quick break, continuing this conversation here on 970 WFLA.